Good morning. It is Friday morning, and I'm heading home. It has been a good visit for 4 days. I'm glad I stayed for 4. 3 would not have been enough. It would have been rushed. And I could easily wander around town, go up Milton, go past the house. I could do all of that before I leave. But there's no need. I'm just, I've seen it. It's still there. There's the sign for Milton. So I'm going to take a route that I'm trying to remember. I think I've taken this route to Halifax before, out in the new highway. I was going to take the lighthouse route, but that would extend my day a little too much, and it's going to be a 6.5, 7-hour day, 8-hour day anyhow already. So we'll get on the highway. There's the Best Western where I was going to stay. It looks all right. It probably would have been fine. But I canceled it and stayed with my good friend Sandy Nicholson, who I've known since I lived here. So anyhow, we'll get it up to about 105, which is what I'm comfortable cruising at. And look forward to pulling into the BMW dealership in Moncton, because this bike used half a liter of oil in about 1,800 kilometers, which is excessive. The underside of the motor is bone dry, a little dirty, but bone dry, no oil. The back wheel is clean. There's no oil on the back tire or wheel. And on the in the inside of the exhaust pipe, there was a very light coating of black soot. I mean, really minimal. So, where the hell's the oil going? Good thing I had a liter with me. I'll pick up another liter in Moncton, and maybe we'll get that. I'm hoping their service department can just go, hey, we'll have a quick look at it for you. Even if I spend a few $100s, it'll be worth it for peace of mind. And hey, who knows, they might find something. I mean, my first thinking was, not that it was blowing oil, because I was very careful on the break-in, but my first thought was that I had under-torqued one of the oil drain plugs or the oil filter cover. Now, I guess I do have a flashlight. I could have looked at the oil filter cover. I'll get them to look at it and see what they can find. I'm going to phone them in just a couple of minutes and announce my arrival, and hopefully we can get a little bit of peace of mind, which is all I'm seeking. Anyhow, I'm going to turn the camera off because what you see is what there is. And we'll turn the camera on as I pass by Halifax in about 2 hours. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Really interesting. Oh well, there are worse problems. Okay, I am north of Halifax, and I'm about 8 kilometers, give or take, to the airport. So I thought it was a good time to check in and just talk about what's happened. I phoned the Rally Motorplex, which is the name of the BMW dealership in Moncton, and spoke to a very nice man and described what was happening. And we agreed that it would probably be 3 o'clock by the time I got there. He said he was about 4 hours north of Halifax. And he said his BMW Motorrad senior technician wasn't there, wouldn't be back till the end of September. Lucky guy, nice vacation, I hope. Anyhow, he said, but it would be another technician who was more than capable, and he'd have a look at the bike and see if they could see anything obvious. And I said that'd be fine. So hopefully I'll still make my bed and breakfast west of St. John. Here we are, 3 clicks to the airport. I'm making actually pretty good time. I gotta stop for gas soon. I'm just above a half a tank. So I'll call the B&B from Moncton, let them know where I am and what's going on. I won't be there, you know, sharp at 4 o'clock. Not that they were expecting me at 4, but and hopefully we get some answers, and I'll get him to email a report to Headingley Sports Shop. So that's all I know. And I'll buy some oil while I'm there, just to be on the safe side, because using half a quart of oil in 2,000 kilometers is unacceptable, out of the ordinary, surprising. Anyhow, now that we've used all of the hyperbole that I can manage, that's what's gonna happen, and I'm looking forward to some answers and some peace of mind. So what do we got here? Oh, look at that. Well, that would be Halifax Stanfield International Airport, and that's an airport that I am well acquainted with, having flown in and out of there quite a few times actually, either on our way to and from I think Scotland, and I think anyhow, a number of times. We stopped here one time to spread my mother's ashes on our way to Glasgow on our first trip to Scotland. So yeah, nice little airport. Not a lot of facilities, but just about enough, and friendly people. And there you go. There's the road to New Brunswick. And it is what it is. What you see is what you get. So anyhow, we'll check in later when I get closer to Moncton, or in this case, Dieppe. Dieppe being on the outskirts of Moncton. So that'll mean a stop and a re-enter an address into the GPS. There we go, 60 kilometers to Truro. That tells you where we are. And there we go. I'll touch base later and let you know the results. Yeah, there you go. Have a nice day. Bye. All right, here we are in St. John, New Brunswick. I'll put my visor down. It's been an eventful day. I stopped at a BMW dealership in Dieppe, where they carefully went over my bike, did a compression test, inspected it, found no oil leaks, and said, you know what, we think that by leaving it on the side stand, oil is puddling in the left cylinder, and when you start it up, it's burning that oil off, and that accounts for the soot in the exhaust pipe and the usage of oil. And it all makes perfect sense, and they were really nice. And I walked in, I called them this morning from just outside of Liverpool, and they said, okay, 3 o'clock, and I showed up at 2, and they went, good to see you, you're early, we'll take you in now. I mean, just wonderful service. So I'm gonna work my way through the construction zone that is currently St. John. Done the construction zone. And I don't have far, maybe 20-30 clicks to go until my bed and breakfast, Clipper ship. there we go. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.